A writer, a photographer, on the road exploring a fascinating world in a state of perpetual motion, constantly departing while always arriving, seeking a window into an ever-changing universe. This is Wion Traveler. In Delhi for a month's break, Meraj and I joined the legions of office-going folk and took advantage of the long weekend to head out for a quick escape from the grind. Karma Lakelands, a resort township in Gurugram, it's all about fun and games. I whip Meraj at croquet, who then proceeds to cheat at garden chess. We try our hand at tennis, shoot some baskets, and Meraj gets in a couple of rounds at the gorgeous 9-hole golf course. Today I'm hoping to get a lesson from him before we head out for the second half of our trip.
Swimming is the perfect cardio. Every time I get into a pool at dawn, it's apparent to me that it's the best possible way to start the day. Johan was supposed to come along, but he changed his mind at the last second. He's gone, believe it or not, to milk a cow.
This place even has its own farm and livestock, poultry, cows and even bees. Now, I'm no greenhorn when it comes to the farm life. In Goa, I milked a cow in Verlem. Bisham, who's taking me around in Karma, has no idea. I can't wait to see the look on his face. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. I'm in the line of fire. Have you tried the milk?
Yeah, we get it at home.
Yeah.
So we drink the milk from here.
How is it better?
It's amazing. It's healthy, and it's supposed to be really healthy as well.
Yeah, right.
So-
But is it dangerous to drink it before it's heated, like unpasteurized, or?
No, I don't think so. It's as good. Try it after you. I just want to see something. Just from top, yeah.
Oh, I hate drinking water.
How's it?
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Pure milk. Now that's as rare a commodity in Delhi, if there ever was one. Beekeeping is quite a scientific process. The bees are kept in wooden frames within a box and eventually build parallel honeycombs that the beekeeper can take out and inspect. Even though I'm wearing protective gear, this is a bit of a leap of faith. Wow. Wow. It's a very unnerving feeling. I mean, I've never been this close to this many bees without running the other direction really fast. Wow. Into the chicken coop.
Yeah.
So these chickens looks like they're very different from the broiler chickens, those white ones, no?
Oh yeah. This place is very popular with the kids. They come here, they run around, try to catch the hens and stuff. So it's a lot of fun for them. You want to see where the...
Do you consider yourself an accomplished chicken catcher? Can you catch chickens?
No, you
I've
want to try.
I've tried it. I know how hard it is. It's like practically impossible.
Like, yeah, it's like a training. The eggs actually go to our kitchens and stuff, and we eat that. So.
Wow.
Here with the eggs are out here.
Yeah, right. So that's in these boxes.
Yep. Let's see how many do we get today.
Oh yeah. Should we collect these? No.
Yeah, let's just take some.
There's one over there. I'm not sure that hens care for humans stealing their precious eggs. One in particular lets me know what she thinks of that. Cool. Should we go have omelets?
No way on the game. Mr. Castell.
Right.
How's it going, man? How's your farm walk?
Well, it's very interesting picking up eggs and then right here, fresh egg.
What, you pick these eggs?
That's what I like to think.
I'm not sure I'd feel comfortable with that. Good stuff, yeah?
Yeah. I milk a cow.
You milk a
Got
cow?
whacked across the face by its tail as I'm sitting there.
I want to go and get some breakfast, man. It looks good, yeah?
Bacon. Eggs and bacon.
I had to swim, as you know.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Feels great, man. That's what I need to do every single day.
Eggs, coffee with milk, pancakes with honey. What a breakfast. Karma Lakelands is a golf resort, and what a hoot it's been spending time here. I'm quite keen to pick up the game, and have finally convinced Mirage to give me a lesson. Wow. Nice. Nice swing, man.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Can you show me how to do that?
Pick a target. So I've got that 150-meter board. I want to hit it slightly right of that and bring it back in.
That is curving.
Now that has...
bad.
That's gone almost straight. Yes, you know what I mean? I was
That's pretty good.
But then I wasn't thinking about what I was doing with my hands, what I was doing with my elbow, because my body already knows how to do that, more or less. So you get your basics and you just try and, okay, so now I'm going to try and hit it left of the 150 and I'm trying to get it back to the 150. So I'm focused entirely on that. It's gone a little too right, but you know what?
But it had the right motion.
It had the right curve. It's gotten way to the right. So that's key. Come over this side. I'll give you a few lessons, basic lessons. Golf is a sport in which everyone who plays has expert opinions. Strangely, no one can seem to apply those to their own game. Golf is counterintuitive and best learned from a teaching professional. Johan has lots of natural talent and is hitting the ball well within minutes. For his first ever lesson, he's doing rather well. Since we're already on the outskirts of Gurugram, Johan and I decide to go across to Shekhawati in Rajasthan, just a few hours drive out. Our destination is Dundlod, a small nondescript town, yet one that's known in equestrian circles across the world as home to the Marwari breed of horses. Our host, Malika, runs an outfit that promotes authentic village experiences in the region. We're staying at Malika's family homestead, yet another fine example of military-style forts that are found in most towns of Shekhawati. Usually occupying vantage positions, these forts are home to erstwhile ruling families that, back in the day, maintained a fighting battalion to protect the mercantile communities in town. The fort still retains a number of relics from its checkered history, including a moat that's now run dry, turrets and cannons. The Diwan Khana, that translates roughly into living room, is probably the most impressive part of the fort and still retains vestiges of its past grandeur. Malika's father, Raghavendra Singh Dundlod, better known as Bonnie, first came up with the idea of running horse safaris in the local countryside. Today, he's a popular figure amongst horse lovers and royalty alike as being an authority on indigenous breeds in India, as well as an excellent rider, storyteller, and untiring promoter of Marwari horses that are indigenous to India. Well, this looks in pristine shape, well, relatively.
Yeah, it's been, the color and is everything all original when it was made. This is about 125.
125 years old, so it's reasonably new.
It was sort of renovated again.
Oh, but the ceilings are...
Yeah, this was one of the turrets moved.
The turrets?
One of the turret on
There's a turret up there.
On all the four sides, there are four turrets.
Correct.
And that one moved a little bit on the western side.
Moved on its
sort
own?
Yeah, it just sort of came down a little
Oh,
bit.
because it's heavy.
That's why the crack has come in.
So everybody in Shekhawati swore allegiance to the Maharaja of Jaipur. Is that how it
That
was?
is, the Shekhawat's family is from the Jaipur lineage.
From the Jaipur
lineage.
I see. And that's your coat of arms up there.
That's the coat of arms, yes.
How does it situate in today's day and age? Lineage, family, all of this. I mean, what is your relationship now with the people of Dundlod?
It is the lineage, of course, is important.
Right.
And people in Rajasthan, mainly in the small areas and all, the connections very much with the families are still there.
Still there.
Provided you stay here and unfortunately, a lot of people from a lot of families have left completely and gone off to their bigger towns.
Right.
But if you are there, the connection is very much there because their generations have been working with the family So that's always there.
It's not that you are here, you're also still using horses to, there's no better way to see this countryside, really.
Absolutely.
Wow.
What you see from horseback, you don't see from getting into a bus or a coach and driving through.
I would think so. What's up there?
That is the Duchatta. It's known as
mean?
Duchatta, means that second story, Duchatta. And that was mainly for the ladies.
For the ladies?
For the ladies to come and watch the ceremonies in the fort.
Oh, so the ladies stayed up there?
So the door you see at the entrance there is the Janana entrance.
Okay.
So the Jananas will come from there and watch all the ceremonies.
Janana means ladies?
Ladies.
So not only are the women watching you, but you can't really see them?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what
that's what the curtains.
That's what the curtains are meant for.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least they're sort of, they're higher placed than the men.
During my grandmother's time, of course, the photographs started off. But if you go around the fort, you don't see ladies' photographs because they were not photographed. They were not even painted.
I mean, Johan is going to be riding with Malika, so
yeah.
Things have changed.
Absolutely.
I'm glad she's not up there, somewhere behind a parda.
A short distance away from the Dundlod fort are the stables, where Malika's family keep more than 50 Marwari horses. I have only taken a horse riding lesson once before, and that was also on a Marwari horse. This time around, I'm getting a horse riding lesson from the expert herself, Malika. She has made sure that the horse I will be learning to ride on is calm and collected. Something of an unusual trait for a Marwari, who are usually forward-going and a little bit naughty.
It's called Koyal. Come on, Koyal, let's go. Come on.
Well, she seems a lot friendlier than the one I rode last time I tried a Marwari horse.
Okay, and where was that?
That was with Ajit Singh in Narlai. So he gave me his favorite horse, but it turned out that was the Ferrari of the lot, he said.
You can wear your helmet.
All right. What do I need to know to not break my neck?
So just very basic things. We are going to go very slow.
Yeah.
And once you have mounted the horse, you just have to make sure that you are comfortable with your stirrups. So let me know that.
Stirrups.
And then
those are these things. Okay.
So I'll make sure I fix that, and then once you are on it, I'll just tell you a little bit more. You can mount.
Okay.
So put your left,
It goes front to back like this?
Yes, and then you just fling your leg. Yes, perfect. Lovely.
From outside to in, huh?
Yes. So usually the good thing is that you keep only this part ahead,
Only
and then you put
like
the
the
pressure down.
ball of the foot,
So it'll be like pressures little inside. Come, I can take it a little forward to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's it. Calm down. Do it this way.
This way?
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Like that. Take care.
Yeah. So they are very, very sensitive and very, very sharp.
Okay.
You usually don't have to do much if you want them to go left and right. You just have to pull a little bit and they know. Put your hands together. That's it.
Like the movement is basically that small.
So just a little bit, but even this you don't have to do because when I'm in the front and we are going together, she's just going to follow. So she'll be perfect. And even if she's a little naughty, there's nothing to worry. So I'll also just mount the horse so we can all go ahead.
All right. Whoa. How do I stop?
Meraj has had enough of the countryside, and since our weekend is technically over, has headed back to Delhi. I figured since I'm here, I might as well stop for another day. Not far from Dundlod lies a quaint little village called Churi Ajitgarh. We're staying at a beautiful 150-year-old mansion, now run as a heritage hotel. The Vivana Culture Hotel was once inhabited by prosperous Marwari traders, and like other opulent Havelis in the region, is adorned with detailed frescoes. Malika runs tours here and knows about a haunted house. Local residents refuse to accompany us, so Malika and I decided to explore this abandoned Haveli by ourselves. I can't deny that it did feel decidedly spooky, especially in the darkness. I'll leave it to your imagination about whether there are sprites in this place. Left alone by humans, the Haveli has been taken over by other nocturnal creatures. Something whizzed by me and I froze, but it turned out to be just a bat. The skies, on the other hand, are all lit up. What a starry, starry night. Before I head back to Delhi, I'm going to walk about this village. Like other places in Shekhawati, Ajitgarh has a collection of gorgeous mansions that now lie abandoned. There's a fairy tale element to this place, a bit like visiting a perfectly preserved relic. These mansions make for great backgrounds to take portraits. Malika is only too happy to oblige.
Alright, what's next on the itinerary for the village walk? This thing?
Yes, so
Bangle shop.
this is a very interesting lacquer making. I'll show you.
Oh, let's have a look.
Come.
Hello.
So Johan, she's going to explain to you about the lacquer making, how you melt this and then you get it in different colors, and that's when you make a bangle, and then they put this little interesting stones on it.
So there's multiple different types of bangles, and these
Yes,
are the
so you can have
lacquer
many
type
colors,
of
yeah,
bangle,
yes.
sure. This is traditionally a job done by women only. Like typically men don't do this.
So in the Indian communities, things are changing, but yet there are different kinds of work.
Sure.
And some only the women do and some only the men do. So yes, it's very interesting for all of them to see you doing something like this. So yes, it is something different, I have to say. They'll tell you how to do that.
This is one for the ages. I'm going to add bangle maker to my resume. I think I might need some further apprenticeship though.
It is such a scenic place, this region, how every other building is so well decorated.
Yeah, it's amazing because this looks like an Haveli, but it's actually somebody's
it's not
home.
the same style. We're saying this is not a Haveli.
No, it's not. It's actually somebody's home. They're not living
They've
here
just
right now.
made it in the same style and the
Yes.
same painting and everything.
So most of the times, all the homes also look the same as like really big Havelis. Because even Havelis earlier were homes of people.
So for it to be
just a
Haveli, it
matter
has
of
to be that
size.
courtyard in the middle? Is that what makes
No,
it?
it's actually more of the design element.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so you see all these frescoes, it's really interesting.
Wow.
So just like the Haveli, in fact, so you're absolutely
How much
right.
time it must have taken to paint all this. What a funny one, you know? Such a small building, and yet it's got that style of like a grand mansion.
Yeah, and you know what I love about the Shekhawati architecture are the small windows. It's just so
Right,
interesting.
what's that
you know,
about? Why
the
are they
little
so small?
windows, they're just all over the place and they're really
Just for
tiny.
cooling or something?
Yeah.
Or like why?
It's for
Why? But
cooling.
why are they so small?
So this is one of the design layouts, you know, and we have very high ceilings. So it's basically very high ceilings and very small windows.
Oh, that is to keep the air
Yeah.
at the regular level
Yes.
cool inside.
And when you
of
have
it.
high ceiling, it's usually very cool in the summer, and it's also very nice in the winter. So it works really well because it keeps you warm in the winter.
Right. Well, it's been quite an interesting walk. We've gotten to see
I'm
quite a
so
few
glad you
different
liked
things.
it. I mean, the whole idea is, you know, that when people come and have this rural experience, they get to see a different side of the local people. You know,
Yeah.
they see the Havelis, they interact with local people, and I think the whole idea of Bicep Adventures is this, you know, that you get them to interact with a lot of interesting people.
Well, I
and you
mean,
see a lot
so
of
so
nice
far
things.
so far my favorite encounter was the one with the ghost. That
In
is,
fact, I have to say that not that I go that time of the day. So yes, it was lovely.
that's quite something, huh?
I'm in Churu, a town on the way back to Delhi. Malika has hooked me up with Narayan Balan, who runs dune bashing experiences just outside of the city. I've never ridden in a gypsy like this. The seat is a tight fit and a 6-point rally seatbelt tethers me securely into place just in case the car flips. There's a roll cage that completely encapsulates the driver and passenger. We're off for a sortie into the desert. Apparently, driving about in the desert in Rajasthan is not allowed. Unless, like Narayan, you do it on your own piece of land. The gypsy we're riding in is fully capable of tackling this terrain, and can even go right over the small bushes and shrubs dotting the landscape. This feels like a roller coaster ride. Even when the car is going sideways, it doesn't tip over. This feels like surfing on sand. What a packed weekend it's been. We've played sports, ridden horses, and even tackled the sands of Rajasthan in an off-road vehicle, all within striking distance of Delhi. Who says weekend trips from the capital can't wash away the drudgery of work? Next week, we're off to the hills.